Good morning, good morning. It's raining again here. Okay, we're working on this page right here. How does this go? I'm gonna have to work on that. I guess like that. Oh my. Okay, I've got to be real careful not to put stuff. Oh wait, this isn't the front. Okay, there. I was gonna say, I've got to be real careful because it's starting to, I don't mind if it does this, but if it was not gonna, it was starting to get a problematic lumpy left. I'm okay with the regular lumpy left, but a problematic one was not gonna be good. Okay, I need to bring a clip up here too. Somewhere around here, I have my traveler's notebook that ended up here. I think I put it in my beach caddy because then I could, maybe I didn't. Oh, here's another one of my favorite brushes. This one came with Amy Tangerine's paint kit. That's perfect size for my hand. Here's a shell. Maybe I didn't put it in here. Well, the best news of all time is my husband is here. And now I am not in charge of the dog. Nor does he want me to be in charge of him. Which is like freedom. Okay. I need a clip right here. All right. Herzegovina. The Olga, who was the au pair to the older woman that had all the money in this town, who died, and who the forged will was through, and blah, blah. I mean, there's a lot of stuff. Oh, and anyhow, Olga was her caregiver, and Olga was from Herzegovina, which, if you did any of my old videos, that and Dubrovnik, I love those names. So when I saw that she was from Herzegovina, I'm like, oh, we have to include that in our story. Okay, but the chapter 14 is, the main gist of it is, why did Mrs. Whitaker, well, I've even forgotten who Mrs. Whitaker was. I think she's some of the household staff. Let's look on page 81. I'm telling you, I refer to this page all the time. Mrs. Whitaker, oh, she was the school teacher. She was one that taught Latin and, oh, I just hit you, didn't I? I think you're still okay. Something else. But anyhow, she dropped a vase in the hallway. Did someone startle her? Will Mrs. Drake move to Greece? Mrs. Drake, Rowena Drake, is the lady that had the party for the kids. And, some of the stuff I was writing everything down because I thought it would be clues later, but half of it doesn't show up as clues. So the point of her, no, Mrs. Drake, hold on. Yeah, Mrs. Drake, actually that is a kind of a clue. Mrs. Drake was the owner of the house where the party was. And then some of these other people, the household help, all worked for her. The cleaning woman worked for her. The helper worked for her. Oh, Mrs. Butler. Okay. Mrs. Oliver is the mystery writer that is friends with Hercule Poirot. And, anyhow, and then these are all some of the kids. Joyce Reynolds was the little girl that was killed at the apple bobbing station. Leopold is her brother. And it's funny because, and Nicholas and Desmond are two other kids at the party. And in the movie, which is loosely based on this, they were used as other characters. I think actually the son, one of the sons in the main character, his name was Desmond. I'm like, that's not who that's supposed to be. Anyhow, okay, Herzegovina. Sometimes, yes, Kurtie, I pre-planned a little bit of stuff just because I knew I didn't have a printer here. But now my husband bought one and he's setting it up as we speak. But I did collect a little bit of ephemera in some of my books that I would have done at home. But I plan. There's a loose dog up here. But I got some Herzegovina stamps. This one says Herzegovina. This one says Herzegovina. So I had those. I got those not from my grandfather's things, but I got them from Google Images. Okay, so all right, that's all for Herzegovina, which actually works out pretty good because I have this little piece here because I'm going to cover up the pocket hole here, but it's just a little tiny page, so that's fine. How I'm going to do all that, I do not know, but I know I have a ton of paper here that I haven't even touched. I mean, look at all this. And that's one of two. So, let's see. Ooh, I like that. I don't like these on here, though. Some of this stuff is from last year. This is from last year. Oh, I gotta hold this out because this could go on my Hobonichi. I worked on my 5-year journal yesterday and the day before. But, I don't even know what this is from. Kurtie, do you remember what this is from? Kurtie remembers things that I do not remember. Some kind of thing that I just collaged a lot of paper on. But it's heavy, thick watercolor paper. That actually doesn't look bad on there. I don't know if I want to use that, though. Here's some more writing. This is on sticker paper. Ooh, here's some more acetate. Deli paper. This is stuff that I made on Procreate and then just printed it. Ooh. I don't mind bright on this, obviously, since... Oh, here's some circles, though. What is the deal with circles? A lot of this is stuff I painted last year. Here, and some of it I brought from home. I painted this last year here. Oh, this is kind of cool, though. Ooh, that's dark and gloomy, and it has all of these colors. We're going to go with that. We're not looking any further. But that's a lot of paper. So yes, I don't know if our granddaughter did not make it. I don't know what is wrong with the kids these days that have all these anxiety problems. I said when I was 13, I didn't even know what anxiety meant. But she was having an anxiety attack. And she did not come. There's a huge backstory to some of that. So I am not going to talk about that. But that could be some of the anxiety issues. I don't know. All I know is we weren't allowed to have any of these problems, nor did we know what they were in our day. In the good old days. See, that even looks good next to that now. Ooh, I like that. I want the torn edge on the outside. And if I cover this up, but leave the top open, that way I can still get into the pocket. I'm going to cut off this white. I guess it would help if I cut it straight. So yeah, we went out to dinner last night like human beings. You just can't, it's hard to do that with the dog. And I felt bad that he was by himself with just me because I'm not his favorite person. I'm my favorite. Oh, did I put glue at the top of this? No. Okay. I don't know why he doesn't like me as much as he likes my husband, but, well, I mean, I guess I do. I like my husband too, but anyhow, we went to, not our favorite new seafood place, but an old favorite. This is going to have to dry. Maybe. Yeah, let's put some tape right there. I think it's called the Inlet Crab Shack or something like that. Just one of those dives that's been there for a very long time. Not as long as the other place. The other place was the first restaurant in Myrtle Beach and the oldest building in Murrells Inlet, which is where a lot of the good restaurants are. I'm going to put a little bit of tape right here. Just because of me going in and out of the pocket, it will help give it some strength. Okay. Oh, man. Didn't stick. Well, maybe it'll be okay. All right. Let's figure out how we're going to put these on here. I wonder if there's anything in here. Oh. I just want, those are too big a dot. I just want a little bit of a border. And I do have this paper. Ooh, hold on a second. This may backfire, but yeah, so it's raining. So yeah, I was going to go see the sloths with Bella today, but that's out the window. So I'm going to wait till next week till a lot of the people leave and go back to their lives. Oh, now wait a minute. Okay, what if I stack them? Doing, doing, doing. Maybe. So yeah, I'm gonna go next week. You can pay $100, and I can't remember how long it is. I think it's an hour on top of your ticket, which is $40. And sit in the enclosure with a keeper with them. They're Cleo and Leo, I think are their names or something like that. And I'm like, no, I'm good with just taking a bunch of pictures. But I bet you they got some great stickers. Let me just see about this. I'm going to cut off the serrated edge here. And I think I'm going to focus on these three right here. So yeah. And my husband was looking around at some of the stuff that the work crews have done since I've been here by myself, and he hasn't. He's like, they were supposed to do this. I'm like, that's why I wish you were here. They were supposed to do this. They were supposed to do that. They didn't do this. I'm like, yeah. This is a local family that live here. Well, actually, they're not going to live here for very much longer. They're building another house. I don't know if I like that. But they're very nice, and we were recommended to them by somebody else. And I'm sure this happens with a ton of construction. It just, you know, just when you think they're done, they're like, oh, well, they didn't do this, and they didn't do this. Okay. Maybe it needs to be a solid color. Maybe too much pattern on pattern is too much. Nah. I'm pilfering through some of this stuff that I painted at home and brought. I might just use this and just, I love this. I love this. Maybe not for this journal, but for other stuff. I love this. This screams Dina Wakley. To me. Oh, you know what though? Hold on. We have all this paper from Tim Holtz. We still have not used. Hold on. Hold on. Tim, welcome to the party. I might be using you. Might. See, this one looks great. But you're not going to see a lot of this unless I cut, because there's a little bit of a frame. It's like a book cover. And if I cut here and cut out this edge and have like a frame, just make a column of these, that's a good possibility. Oh, I like the bricks. That's another good one. Oh, here's a cigar box. I have a cigar box somewhere in here. Now this is like lace. I don't like that one or that one. But these old wallpaper looking things, that's a little bit too warm. There's an old map. Ooh. That's too warm also, I think. Pretty sure the purples. Oh, here's small dots. That's too green. Either side on this one might work. Ooh. I like this crackled one actually, because this looks kind of agey. Let's put this one up here. This is good, like water stained wallpaper. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, no. That's got a little bit of pink in it, I think. Okay, but then I also have these papers from, I think, the Paper Person, which at the time I was getting this kit, it was Kelly Purkey. And I brought some of these thinking they're fall colors. They might work. Well, that's not a fall color. That one is. Because some of this stuff I've had forever. I don't think I've gotten her paper kit for about 2 years now. Ooh, houndstooth. But I think it's navy houndstooth. It really doesn't look right. Now this one might. This would be better because once I put the stamps on it and cut, you're not going to be able to tell it's pumpkins. I want to utilize it in a different way. So you can really tell there's pumpkins there. That's not bad. Okay. Let's see here. If this were more of a piney green, that would be better, I think. This is not bad. Small enough pattern. Oh dear, I've lost my stamps. Oh, good Lord. They're stuck to some piece of paper and they're gone. Where did they go? Okay, let's just think about this for a minute more and then we'll turn the camera off and look for them. They're stuck on something. That's not bad. This is kind of cool because they're stamps for letter writing, right? And we have a forgery aspect in this. Maybe? I really like this one though. Not so much all of a sudden. We might go with this. Maybe two. Ooh, look at me using a paper. Now if I could only find my stamps. Oh my gosh. All right, they're not in there. This was in a plastic window. They might have stuck to that. New. Oh, Amy Tangerine. Hello. These are from my Hobonichi. Or my 5-year. Where are those crazy stamps? All right, I'm going to have to turn off the camera and look for them. Oh, did they get caught in here? Hold, please. It's been about 20 minutes and I finally found them. They were stuck inside of here. They just static clinged themselves to this. All three of them. All three of them are mischievous. Okay. Let's start all over again. Let's put stuff back in the pocket. But in going through my paper stack, I found these. Kurtie, do you remember this? This was a book I bought at the Strand Bookstore in New York in 2017, I think is when I went the last time. And it was a book about, it was abstract painting, but it had some clowns in it. Can you see there's a lady's face right there? Ooh, this is not a lady. This is Marilyn Monroe. I wonder if we can use this in our murder story. Anyhow, it had clowns in it. Like there would be a clown face right here on the page. But I love the painting. This one is dark and creepy enough. I might be able to use this. So anyhow, I don't know when I brought these down here. Uh-oh. Here's the other one. Okay. So let's concentrate, lady. Concentrate. I think I'm going to put them like this in a column. Whoever this is was the leader of Bosnia-Herzegovina, 1830 to 1910. It says on all these stamps. And they all are kind of like the exact same thing, just a different picture on the inside. One is of a prime minister or king or something, I'm sure. One is a building. And this is another building. They look like mosques, actually. This one does. It has like a minaret. You know, I can't talk about Israel because it is just the most tragic thing. But other tragic places like Ukraine and all that are kind of getting ignored, and that's sad too. So whack-a-mole, how do you get rid of this terrorism group when this terrorism group is over here doing the exact same thing? And then the news people don't understand why it hasn't all been fixed in, you know, a 30-minute film cycle of their timeline. Oh, I'm kind of liking how this was going. This is thick, thick, thick cardstock, so I might regret this, but just using glue. Tim Holtz paper used. Check. Oh dear, this is bigger than the pocket. Oh dear. And I didn't cut straight, of course. I don't have a paper cutter here. I have several at home. I don't know why I don't bring one of them down here. Okay, now you really can't even see this. Not totally a game changer, but a lot of green showing. I don't really want that much green. Well, I don't know. It goes with this. But this Kelly green looks better over here when it's been distressed a little bit. Do we do a tip in? Ooh, even the back looks good. Except that you can really see my crooked cutting. And you know, this book was written before, you know, Bosnia and Herzegovina and all that had all their wars. 1969. So yeah. Well, the most recent wars. I don't know if they've had other ones or not. I don't remember my world history. I don't know what to do. Oh, I forgot to put a bracelet on. We went out to dinner last night and I just wore this one. And I had on a Halloween blouse. And everybody's like, oh, you look so festive. I'm like, oh, thank you. I try. You should see me when I journal. I'm really decorated. Oh, how do I don't know what to do. I'm kind of not disliking the different shape, the different heights, because that just adds to the playfulness of the junk journal. Okay, hold on a second. Can I add like something from here? Wait a minute, I have other stickers. Where is that other envelope of stuff? Oh, wait a second. I have these, which are a little bit more vintagey looking. Like here's an owl. Here's a cat. And the moon. I might just like line these up here. Even with these guys. Or pumpkins. I think the Pear Tea sticker ones that I have. Wait a minute, what is this? This is something from the depths. I've had this forever. But they're like foamy glitter things. I've got a pumpkin, and a skull. I could like do that. Or pumpkin, and this pumpkin. I wish there were 3 pumpkins. 1, 2, 3 bats. Maybe we'll just continue the bat theme from the library over to here. Yeah, let's do that. Decision paralysis. Okay, we're going to do that. But because this is so thick, I think I'm going to use tape. Double-sided. And I want to leave the torn edge a little bit. So I might just like go like that. Oh. I hope the rain doesn't last all day today. I don't think it is. I think it's in and out. And there's been a lot of like world protests and or for either side of Israel and the Palestinians, or it's not Israel and Palestinians, it's Israel and Hamas. The Palestinians are caught. I do know Palestinians, some of the Palestinians are part of this too. But I think a lot of them are just a victim of circumstances. A lot. My husband and I have different opinions on this whole thing. Okay. But there was some protests around the world, a lot of them. And there was something in France. So I was like, ooh, be careful of France, people. Okay, now I think I'm going to take this, kind of darken this up a little bit. I may not get it wet, but I might just kind of bring in black to offset the black bats. There are no bats in the story. The bats are my added thought. Maybe I do want to get it wet. I have missed you, paintbrush. This size and Amy's size, which are very similar, are just the perfect size for my hand. And you know, the fact that there's drips over here might mean that there needs to be more drips. Kind of just swirl this around so I don't have control of how it looks. Not that I normally do anyhow. I am okay with all of that. I like it. Herzegovina, check. Okay. Goodness gracious. Huh. Oh, we switched 16 and 13, so now it's time for 13, even though it's really 16, which is well. W-E-L-L. Because I found a body in a well. Yeah. I don't want to give away everything for those that are of you still reading the book, but yeah. Okay, so I don't know how. I do not know how I'm going to do that at all. I do know that I can't move this too much. It's on the back. It's a piece of my Vietnam scrapbook from May, photocopied in black and white. And the fact that it's little, thank goodness, that was smart thinking on my part. Not planned. All right. Maybe I can use some of this. Not the Marilyn Monroe side. I don't know. Okay. Thanks for watching. See you all. You like my books? I really like my books. Bats in the library, bats in Herzegovina. Are there bats in a well? Do I have a bat stamp with me? No, I do not. Rats. Can I make some bats? Possibly. Oh, I have more Tim Holtz bats. Oh, yeah. Oh. We could do bats. Where are the bats? Bats and skulls for the dead body. Yeah. And maybe like one of these guys. It's a woman. That's all I'm going to say. And there's black lace stickers. Oh yeah. Okay, we're going to utilize this. And black. That works. I'm so glad I used some of these. Those have been around for 20 years. Okay. I need to fix this. This is going to be problematic. Okay, this is still wet, so I don't want to mess with it. Well, not too bad now. I was afraid those bats might get in the way, but oh, I'm loving it. Loving it. I don't want to do a flip through like every couple days because I'm going to do a big one at the end. So, oh, loving it. This is when it starts to get, you know, crusty and rusty and uneven. Not as crusty and rusty as some of the Tim Holtz people, but I'm okay with my level of crust. Yay. Thanks for watching. See you all tomorrow. Bye.